In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your upper control arm on your Honda CR-V. It's located behind your rear wheel. Using a 19mm socket, we're going to remove our lug nuts. Make sure you have a hand on it. Take off that last one. All right, so now we're going to disconnect our ABS sensor from the control arm bracket and just set it off to the side. You could use a wrench to get this bolt free. It's a 17mm. You can also use a short socket with a ratchet, but I'm going to use a swivel with an impact gun. If your nut starts to spin, get an 18mm wrench and hold it on the other side. So our nut was stuck, so we had to change our impact gun to wrenches instead. And remove this plastic shield here to get more room. Our nut is supposed to be welded on, so we'll have to re-tack that. All right, so now I'm gonna push our bolt out with a pry bar. Using a 17mm socket, I'm gonna take this bolt out. And now you can take your control arm out. So your new control arm comes with an adjustable, both ends are adjustable. So what you want to do is undo your jam nuts, and you're gonna unscrew them, line one side up, I'd go about halfway. I'm gonna put a bolt in so I can line up my end piece here. And then we have a little ways to go before these match up. So take that out. I'm going to lengthen this side a little bit more. Looks like we have to go a little bit more. And you can do the other side again a little bit more if needed. So you want to make sure they're the same length, so you don't have to, when you get the alignment, it's not so far out that it's awful. So you can use your bolts as your guide to make sure that they're about the same. And that's how you want to put it in the car, the same way, same length as this one. All right, once you have your control arm adjusted to the right length, you're gonna put your jam nut all the way down here and then tighten it with a 1 1/16" wrench. Just make sure that the holes for the ABS sensor are up. So you can attach that while you're there. All right, so I'm using an adjustable wrench in the middle, and I'm using an 1 1/16" to tighten my jam nut. I would just snug this one up until we get it in the vehicle, and then we can tighten it when everything's attached. All right, so now we're going to attach our bracket. The smaller holes are for the bolts. Okay, you can tighten those up with an 8mm socket. Make sure they're wrist tight. All right, so now we're going to put our control arm in. We're going to line it up. my bolt in first, in the back. All right, so I cleaned up my bolts, making it easier to thread on the nut. I have a new nut. Yours will probably be welded to the bracket. Now we're going to line up our other end. Making sure my ABS sensor bracket is down. So I'm using a punch to line up my control arm on one end while I feed the bolt through the other. Now we can put our nut on that side. Now we're going to make sure our jam nuts are tight. All right, make sure you hold your center while you tighten up those jam nuts. All right, we're going to torque this bolt to 70 foot-pounds. All right, we're going to torque this side to 70 foot-pounds as well. So now you can install your speed sensor into its bracket. All right, we're going to reinstall our wheel. Get our lug nut started by hand. Anytime you do any sort of suspension, you're going to want to get your alignment checked at your local shop. And now we're going to snug them up in a star-like pattern. I'm going to turn this down. All right, we're going to torque our wheel to 80 foot-pounds. We're going to do that in a star-like pattern. And I like to go around one more time.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.